everybody, it's time for today's comedian. Please welcome to the show, Kendra Cunningham.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Oh, all right. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. I thought they were going to keep the music going. I was like, shoot, I didn't prepare my little dance routine. Thanks. I'm glad to be back in Massachusetts. Thanks. Yeah, I know. I got to tell you, I got a little dressed up for the show tonight. Thank you. Normally I'm in like a baseball cap and a hoodie, you know, very layered. It's almost like I'm dressed for a defensive game of strip poker, if anybody was to ever take me up on my challenges. But my mother's been on me. She's like, you know what, Kendra, you don't dress like a woman who wants to meet a man. When you go out on a Friday night, wear a dress. It'll make people wonder. They'll think you're going to a dance or something. I'm like, that might have worked 40 years ago when Shana and now was still together. But nowadays, if I'm going to dress on my way to a dance on a Friday night, I'm probably going to a church basement for an AA mixer. Not so intriguing, really. But I love my mother. I feel bad, though. I feel like my mother's pretty much given up hope on me getting married, you know what I mean? Like, she used to always say to me, you know what, Kendra? There's someone out there for everyone. And now she's always like, you know what, Kendra? There's a lot of single mothers out there. She just wants me to have those babies. I like kids. I think they're cute, but they give me anxiety. You know, I feel like they get to say whatever they want to me, but I can't say what I want in return. You know what I mean? Like I was out the other day, and this cute little kid got on my lap, and he said in front of all the adults, he was like, ooh, you have coffee breath. And I wanted to be like, you're lucky I don't have whiskey breath to be making out with your father right now. But you can't say stuff like that to kids. You got to keep it inside. I think I would be more apt to have kids. My biggest thing is the whole pregnancy thing, you know, because I feel like I'm bloated and uncomfortable on a good day. Never mind 2-3 years. How long did it take of a baby? A long time. But I'm thinking about it. It's fun to be back, you know, as I've been back, and my mother's been taking me on all these memory lane drive-bys, and they always start off very warm and inviting, and by the end they're like morose and frightening. You know what I mean? She's always, and it always starts with the parish. She's like, remember the parish, don't you? Nice memories here. You were baptized, confirmed. Oh, and here's the high school. Remember you got drunk and you knocked your front tooth out? You made your mother cry. Do you remember how you made your mother cry? And then it goes on to have something that has nothing to do with me. She's like, remember that guy got murdered over here? They never found his torso? You and your sister were out late that night, but I didn't ask any questions. I love you unconditionally. Remember that. I did go to Montreal with my mother. I don't know if you guys have been there lately, but there's a lot of sex shops in Montreal. It's a very horny city. I didn't know that. I wish I had. I certainly would have packed a lot differently. But anyways, my mother said to me when we were leaving, she said, next time we come, I want to go to one of those sex shops. And I was like, well, why didn't you just go over here? And she was like, I didn't have enough time. I'm like, how much time do you need in a sex shop, really? I don't think I've ever been in a sex shop for more than 5 minutes of my life before I'm like, shit, if someone sees me now, I could, you know, in Mindy's dildo shop, I could be considered a witness or a suspect for that matter. Let me get the hell out of here. She was like, that's exactly why I didn't want to go with you. You would have rushed me. I'm like, I guess that is the last thing you want to hear in a sex shop is, come on, Mom, let's go. Anyway, I have been single for a very long time. You know when you've been single too long because you don't shower as much, you don't change your sheets, you know. I woke up the other day with the tail end of a goldfish cracker stuck to my bare buttock. And I said, you know, Kendra, you say you want a boyfriend, but your behavior says otherwise. Unless, of course, you're looking for man breaded in goldfish cracker crumbs. Then carry on, my sweet soldier. But I've been trying to, like, get in shape and lose weight and all that jazz. And I actually joined a running club. I don't know if you guys are into the running thing. I learned something about myself. I'm a very ugly runner. I get like beet red, my arms are flailing. People are actually stopping me on the street like, are you okay? Do you need help? It looks like there's something very wrong happening here. I go, no, I'm just exercising, thank you. This is what I look like when I do things that are good for me. But it's true, I feel like when I run, I cause other people to run. Like they see me coming and they're like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but this chick looks terrified and I'm getting the hell out of the way. You know? Thanks. The guy who runs my group, he's like one of these guys, he thinks everything you put in your body should be fuel, and he knows that I don't feel the same way. So he's always trying to get me to stick with it. And he's like, you know, Kendra, Olympic runners eat 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. And I'm like, well, I got that down. I eat like I'm training for the Olympics, but I work out like a clinically depressed hypochondriac. Oh, God, I want to go. Everybody hates me. My back's broken. You guys have been a lot of fun. My name's Kendra Cunningham. Thank you, Steve, for having me.
Kendra Cunningham, everybody. We'll be right back right after this.